Now, before I say anything else, yes, that's actually the most exciting replay I could get for this example. Let's just pretend that this is the most exciting game of your life. Somehow. Or you just had this epic moment at some point in the game and you really want to watch it again. Or it's so good that you decide to upload it to YouTube. How could you save and watch a replay like this? Well, imaginary viewer, I'm glad you asked. Now, this tutorial is going to be really short, seeing as it's only a one-step thing to do, and it's quite easy, really. It's just pretty easy to miss. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into your settings, which can be done by either clicking right up here in your garage or by clicking escape, but I'm fairly certain you guys know about that already. Click settings, and then you go to the general tab up at the top, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then on the left side it will show enable battle recording, and then there's a drop down. What you do is you click down the drop down, and then there are three options: either none, which is what it's on at default, which means you won't record any of your games. The last recording will enable you to record the last game, obviously, and then it'll automatically delete that afterwards. And then all, and all will tell you, will pretty much, well, it'll record all. That's it. Seriously. Now, to actually access your replays, what you're going to want to do is, if you're on Windows 7, then what you want to do is you want to open up your File Explorer, which pretty much brings this up. If you're on Windows 8, it's pretty much the same thing. You just go to your search bar, which is in every Windows, and you search files, and then the first thing that comes up will be the thing you want to click. And then once in that, you want to click something that is OSC. It should be right beneath the computer tab on the left here. Then it'll bring up a list of this stuff. Then you want to click Games. And then after clicking Games, you want to click World of Tanks. But you click World of Tanks, a lot of fancy stuff will come up. You can ignore everything. All you want is the Replays tab. And if you had selected all in the settings like I have selected, then it will save every single replay you have ever done. And the most recent one will always be on the bottom. I also have these extra replays because I named them, which means that alphabetically they'll be put at the bottom. But anyway, as long as you don't rename any of them, your most recent replay will always be at the bottom. Now let's say that instead of clicking all like I do, you clicked the last, so that you would only save one replay per game. That's typically what most people do, as after every game, all you would have to do is go into your replays file, take one replay, and move it over into a separate document to keep the game from auto-deleting it. Now, that's completely important because if you leave it in there, it will delete that replay and replace it with the next battle that you play in, as it's the last replay. So if you move it into a separate document, it'll keep it from auto-deleting. I don't use that setting because I don't trust myself enough to be able to move it into a separate document, but if you do trust your memory enough to do that, then be my guest. Now, at this point in the recording, I'd usually say something like, if you want to see more videos like this, please click subscribe, but to be completely honest, I'm not really going to do that many tutorials. It's just that I didn't find any tutorials when I first started out, and I couldn't figure out a way to auto-record, and I never realized how the magical YouTubers managed to get their recordings perfectly. Well, now you know. You're welcome.